Every industrial process begins with what the land provides.
Sustainability guides every cut.
Precision begins at the first cut. Discipline turns power into control.
Preparation shapes efficiency. Movement turns harvest into supply.
Security travels with the load.
The journey toward transformation begins. Raw wood moves toward refined energy. This is where timber becomes fuel for the world.
Precision begins before production starts.
Every ton is accounted for.
How supply meets preparation.
Order builds efficiency. En die fractures, budget parting which intermittents and tune extends burstes and thesis that
Balance begins before heat is applied.
Time prepares what fire will perfect.
The harvest reaches the doorstep of transformation. And this is where wood prepares to become power. Every step forward is built on preparation.
power meets precision. Timing shapes efficiency. Structure prepares the fire.
Safety never leaves the process.
Now preparation meets heat.
The chamber awakens.
Wood enters its moment of change. Now the transformation is sealed. Fire answers the call of precision. Heat begins its work. Even smoke becomes part of the system. Nothing is wasted in modern kilns. Control defines consistency.
Carbon takes its first shape.
Human focus keeps machines true.
Energy returns to the beginning.
And now the long transformation continues. From heat to control, the next stage begins. This is where timber becomes engineered fuel.
Discipline guides every step.
Outside, motion never rests.
Safety shapes every move forward.
Beyond these doors, carbon takes form. Here, heat gives way to stability. Timing turns heat into quality. Human focus guides thermal precision. Order defines efficiency. Clean air protects clean production. Visibility shapes precision. Balance locks in structure. Direction defines the process. Now size begins to define value.
And here, carbon prepares for refinement.
Once shaped by heat, clarity begins. Clean air protects clean product. Nothing is wasted in precision handling. Invisible risks are removed before they matter.
Even air becomes a tool of precision.
Size defines its destiny.
Human judgment still shapes quality.
Quality never compromises. Consistency is the language of industry.
Data now guides every decision.
Balance prepares the way for storage.
Readiness is stored here.
Automation turns planning into action.
Unity brings strength to process. Human care completes automation.
Accuracy waits for material. Precision locks in value. Now the process moves deeper into refinement. Now the heart of production begins to beat. Here, structure meets control. Balance shapes every step. Precision defines performance.
Separation brings clarity. Nothing escapes refinement. Clean air protects clean production. Form prepares for strength. Small additions create big results. Unity builds durability. Pressure turns matter into form. Strength is forged under control. Stability prepares the next step. Time completes what pressure began. Readiness is visible. Proof replaces assumption.
Data protects consistency.
Now refinement gives way to scale. Now scale amplifies refinement. Precision now multiplies value. Quality finds its own path. Detail completes strength. Temperature refines performance. Balance proves reliability. Protection extends performance. Resilience. Stability follows care. Precision leaves no excess behind.
Human care perfects automation.
Order prepares the next phase.
Timing shapes efficiency. Now refinement meets intelligence. Technology now guides motion. Precision moves at machine speed. Timing becomes flawless.
When balance is reached, scale follows.
And now, technology takes the lead. Now intelligence guides every movement. Now intelligent, every movement.
Precision now moves at the speed of code.
Timing becomes flawless. Machines now guard perfection. Quality never compromises. Automation perfects repetition. Accuracy now reaches the final container. Protection is built into every unit. Identity completes the product. Traceability follows every batch. Speed meets consistency. Every unit is now ready for movement. Order builds efficiency. Protection now surrounds the result. Consistency is confirmed again.
Records move as fast as products.
When everything aligns, excellence flows. Now the product meets its final refinement. Accuracy now defines the final outcome. Every kilogram is confirmed.
Protection is verified, not assumed.
Identity must look as precise as it performs.
Traceability follows every unit. Machines now guard perfection. Quality never compromises. Order multiplies efficiency. Every unit is now ready for movement.
Stability travels with the product.
Structure defines readiness. Protection begins before travel. Security surrounds every result. Identity now scales with volume.
The journey nears its destination. Movement continues with purpose.
Before release, excellence must be proven. The final test begins here.
Before release, proof replaces promise.
Quality begins with careful choice. Here, science verifies strength.
Clean space protects true results.
Balance proves reliability.
The vulnerability.
Strength reveals the truth.
Purity is measured in what remains.
Energy defines performance.
Numbers tell the final story.
Clean handling matters.
Evidence builds confidence. Approval is earned, not given.
Quality clears the path forward.
Traceability never ends.
Accountability protects excellence.
Communication keeps the system alive.
Proof now becomes product.
The final movement begins. The final journey now begins.
Every unit moves with purpose.
Order guides every step.
The chain nears completion.
Precision never leaves the process. What was built with care now moves with confidence.
Accuracy follows the product to the end.
Completion feels like precision.
Trust is locked in place.
Every journey needs its record.
The product now carries its story forward.
Endings prepare new beginnings.
From forest to furnace to fuel.
This is how precision moves the world.
From timber to carbon. From heat to energy.
And this is how modern factories produce industrial charcoal from start to finish. Built on discipline, driven by fire. Subscribe for more real factory breakdowns.